Austin, today we're going to be talking about like cross country and what got you into it. So my first question, I guess, here is what got you into cross country?
I'd say back in elementary school, my gym teacher said that she thought I looked good at running, so she told me I should go out and try out for running. So I did a few camps when I was younger, and then in middle school, I just decided to run.
Okay. You do that. What got you into cross country and track?
Well, what got me into cross country was I did a race with my cousin and I actually beat her, and that's what made me feel like I'd be good at cross country. And then I just did track because it's more running.
And I ran a lot, and my dad would run like long runs, and there was just this one day I wanted to run with him, and it was my first time doing it, and I was able to run with him the whole time for 5 miles. So I saw that I had that talent, and then in 6th grade I went into cross country, and I found I was good, so I ran all the way through high school except this year.
Okay. What is the hardest part about cross country in your opinion?
For me, it's probably just the distance of it. I'm more of a short distance guy, so I like running like track and not running 3 miles. I kind of just do cross country for just training and staying in condition. So I definitely set a distance, and then I also don't really like running in heat. So in the summertime, it's definitely not the funnest when you're running at 90 degrees.
Yeah. So what is the hardest part in your opinion, like about cross country or track?
I'd say the mental game, just being ready for a race and not doubting yourself.
Okay.
That's how I started.
All right. So what would you say, who inspired you to do running?
I would say, I guess who inspired me the most was maybe Daniel, because I saw that we ran all through middle school, and even Marcus, he was always faster, and one time I beat him in a race, and I was just always inspired to try to beat him. And I just always saw that he worked hard, and I just wanted to be good at the sport in middle school and see what I could do in high school.
I guess that kind of leads me into my next question. What skills tie into track from cross country? What do you take away the most from cross country and put it into track?
I'd say the endurance aspect for cross country helps in track. And then just other way around, track, just speed development helps you in cross country when you're running. So they both go hand in hand, and I think it's definitely important to run both of them.
Okay. What skills tie into track from cross country? What do you take away the most from cross country and then put it into track perspective?
I'd say just endurance and your mental game and how you're gonna compete and using your skills of running.
What would you say your All right. So how were you happy with your overall season this year, with cross country?
I would say I was, other than fighting the injuries, I was fighting an injury from last year and this year, I would say I think I did pretty good because I got my goal PR, what I wanted to get 18 really low or middle 18s, and I got 18.28, so I was really happy with that. But I was kind of upset that I was still fighting injury and I could have done better last year. But
Okay.
this year I think my season was pretty good.
All right. So I get what is your warm up before cross a big race? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, usually in the morning. You want me to talk about my breakfast later?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the morning, I will usually get up and eat either a protein bar or some cereal, and then I'll just I'll stay active usually when I get to the meet, and then usually get a mile running, and then after that it's just plyo stretches until the race begins.
Okay. Game warm up is what do you do before getting ready for a big race?
Oh, I listen to music, drink a bunch of water, and be ready.
What would you say is your pre-game warm-up? What gets you ready for a race mentally and emotionally?
Well, right before, the night before, because I can say the night before I eat a certain way.
Both.
Okay, so the night I'll eat a certain way. I'll either eat some pasta or I'll have a sub. It's mostly a sub that I'll eat because I know that the nutrition what you eat the night before is good. And I drink a lot of water. But mentally, I don't really have a thing. The only other thing I do is like I participate in the prayer. Like I just really listen deep in that. I just listen to the words they're saying, and it helps me run better.
All right.
I'd
Thanks,
say.
Chase.
You're
That's all
welcome.
we have for today. Thank you.
Yep.
So, how did you feel about your season overall this year?
I thought it went okay. I mean, I'm not really the best cross country runner, and I was sick for most of the summer, so I didn't really get to train until mid-August. So I missed the first meet, and I ended up getting a PR this year. So I guess you can't really be disappointed in the season. But
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I would have got a lot faster times, and then. But a PR is a PR, and where I started from the start of the summer, I think it was a good season.
Okay. Sounds good. So, how do you feel that your overall season went for cross country? And I know track's not over yet, but like, how do you feel that you are doing in both?
For my cross country season, I started off great, and then towards the end of the year, towards like the end of cross country, I started like doing bad, and then track, I feel like I'm just getting better and better.
Okay. That's all I have. But Zach, obviously you don't do cross country, but what would be the hardest part for you?
Being around cross country runners growing up and having some of my friends, I would say the hardest part is kind of just being committed and, holding yourself accountable to the miles you run. And, obviously with any sport or anything in life that, if you want to get the best out of it, you have to be fully committed. And I think for runners, if you don't put in the distance and the time, that you're going to see tough times when you're running just because you're not going to be used to it. So I think the hardest part is just putting in the miles to get your body used to it.
How do you think you would do if you were in cross country or track even?
I think with cross country it would not go very well just because I'm not really into distance running. But I think with track, it can fit the needs of many if you are short distance or long distance. So I think track would be easier for someone who doesn't run cross country than it would be.
So, I guess my last question is, what would your pre-game warm up be?
If I was running, definitely getting first. I'd probably say get my body warmed up, but second, just getting a mindset where obviously that mostly with any sport is mostly mental. So being calm and then getting locked in and making sure that you're focused and have a goal set up for yourself so you know what you're trying to aim for.